The search for God is over. People love to say, I'm searching for God. Well, he's not hard to find. He's not hiding. I hope they're honest. I don't mind people. I don't expect people to be brainless. There's lots of good stuff to dig into. But you guys, it doesn't take forever. And if your favorite thing to say is, I'm searching, I'm just searching, I'm searching, let me encourage you, land on something, and sooner rather than later. Many of you might know, I did a funeral right here on Friday for a 19-year-old young lady that did not know she was living her last day last Saturday. I mean, life is fragile. It doesn't matter how young you are, you do not know, and you don't get a text that says, it's your last day. Make a decision, do hard things, wrap things up. You don't get that kind of notice. Death arrives blunt and abrupt and is no respecter of people or age. Are you ready? Are you ready to stand before your Creator God? Some of you know enough. I don't know where you jumped in with us in Luke, but some of you know enough to make a decision. What Paul is saying is the search for God is over. We don't need to debate it. We don't need to say, wow, we're still trying to put the pieces together. We don't have to guess. God came down to us in flesh, in his Son. He spoke, he walked, he lived, he healed, he died, he rose again. God wants you to know him, wants you to know him. So what does that mean for you today? If Jesus rose from the dead, and he did, you can have him in your life today. You can have him in your life. He doesn't want to hover outside you. He's not going to shout encouragement to you from the heavenlies. He will live inside you. You can have a personal relationship with Jesus because he's no longer in the tomb. He's risen and he's calling to you. One of my favorite places in Matthew 11:29, whosoever will come, all who are weary. Are you weary? Life wears me out. You don't have to be old to be worn out. Life is frightening. Just the news will wear you out. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden. You know what our biggest burden is we carry? Our own guilt, our sin. This sense of, I'm not right. I'm not right. No matter how hard I try, I'm not right. It's heavy. I know. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you what? It doesn't mean a good night's sleep. I can get a decent night's sleep and still wake up unrefreshed. When things aren't right in your heart, there's a weariness that is far beyond physical. Some of you can be young and weary because you're never meant to try to do life apart from your Creator God. You're supposed to be tethered to him, in relationship to him through his Son. And then you're not doing life alone, because Jesus went on in Matthew 11 there and said, take my, and this sounds odd at first, you're going to give me rest, and now you tell me to take my yoke. Well, let me help you if you're like, I'm not wearing nobody's yoke. You are wearing a yoke now. You are yoked to your own sin and self and Satan, and it's rubbing you raw. When you yoke up with Jesus, here's what he's saying: you'll never do life alone again. You've got the wisest, kindest, most glorious person now doing life with you. That's what they would do. They would take a seasoned ox and yoke it to a young one to help it learn how to do what it should do. Jesus knows you don't know how to do life without him. Take my yoke. For my yoke is easy. The word easy in the Greek literally means a good fit. Just don't make a mistake here. The name it, claim it, blab it, grab it, cable television tells you it's easy. And easy means no more cancer, no more problems, no more difficulties. Bible doesn't teach that. For my yoke is a good fit. You're like, oh, this is what I was missing, I think. I'm doing life now with Jesus. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not on my own.